Hey y'all, it's Burgess Taylor, and I'm back. Thank you for being patient. I greatly appreciate it. There are times in life when nourishing our creativity also has to do with nourishing ourselves. And that means taking a small break, a mini break. Our creativity, our energy, it ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys. And I think that oftentimes has to do with whether or not we refill our well, like I says, fill our cup. Sometimes we do have to take a break, pause, take time to rest, to relax, to reflect, to refresh. And in order to nourish and tend to my creativity, to my self-care, myself, I needed to take a break. I needed to hit that reset button. I had to figure a few things out. Turn off the do all the time and the what's next? What do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? So I could go back, sift through, be mindful and present, figure out my why and my why not. I should say my whys and my why nots. Not just with my creativity, not just with myself, also with this YouTube channel. Burnout can be a real thing. And for over a year and a half now, I've been on autopilot on and off since my dad's death. A little bit less than a year and a half. I had to find my way out of that. I had to find my way to being in the now, in the present, to being mindful, to being in the moment, and I'm back. There will be a few changes. From now on, my content will be more about the creative process and the creative journey, which includes the coffee chats, but I will no longer do content that is not true to me and my vision. My vision to be open, honest, and authentic about the content. So no more videos because of trends or popularity or numbers or analytics or trying to keep up with the Joneses or FOMO. Not that I've done much of that consciously, but for many content creators, but I'm going to talk about specifically myself right now, I've felt pressured to do things, to buy things, to try stuff because of others, because of trends, because of popularity, because of analytics, because of reviews, because of things. I have been enabled. I've been tempted. I've fallen down the rabbit hole, or maybe I should say various rabbit holes. So I'm here showing up right now. And I'm not doing that just so that I'm accountable, because I said I'd create videos, because I said I'd have videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays and every now and again on Saturdays. I'm actually just showing up for me because I love doing this. This brings me joy. But I'd lost some of that joy. I felt like I was doing, but I was having issues trying to be authentic because I wasn't on autopilot. I was being creative because I had to be creative at times. Other times I was creative because I was being creative. I've struggled quite a bit lately with things the past few months. And I've been processing quite a bit of that and some of the aha moments, those realizations that I've had while getting off of the autopilot. So the coffee chats specifically are going to be mostly about creative process, the creative journey, and other creativity related topics. Taking a break, a bit of a mini vacation, which I actually did take. My poor husband didn't. He had to go out of town for a week for work, and I went with him, and I got to rest and relax. Unfortunately, the pool wasn't open, but it has enabled me, this rest period, this taking the break, the pause, has enabled me to take a hard look at what I love, at what is actually fun, at what interests me, at what I don't like, what doesn't resonate. Sometimes you can push through things and you can do what you need to do, what you want to do, and then other times you have to take some rest. You have to rest. You have to refresh. I needed some rest. I really needed some rest, mentally and physically. Now I feel rested. I feel better. I am excited. I feel way more creative. I have refilled my well, and I'm happy. I feel like I have a new start on things. In a way, some things were a bit of procrastination because I put some things off because I was stressed. Not because I needed to actually rest, but I was stressed because I was on autopilot, because I wasn't liking some of what I was doing or some of what I was thinking about doing. I just was not exactly happy with some of the content. I was contacted by quite a few people to do certain things, certain reviews. There have been quite a few that I have refused, and there were a few that I considered, and then I had to rethink, stop, because it wasn't me. It's not something I'd have bought. And even if it was something I would buy, like the email that I got yesterday from a company, they saw some of my videos and they want me to do a review, only it's lingerie, and I'm not doing a review on YouTube about lingerie. So sometimes you have to kind of weigh things out. You have to take a hard look at what you're doing and why you're doing it. Your whys and your why nots. My why, I love to share. I love being creative in a variety of ways, and I think that this journey of creativity, of living a creative life, is one that sharing will also hopefully enable somebody else who is starting later in life or doing something. Like with me, I worked for 25 plus years working so that I could support my kids, my life, so that we could have shelter and food and clothes and the hierarchy of needs. Just because I was good at it didn't necessarily mean that was what I wanted to do with my life. Now, over the past few years, almost a decade now, I've been able to choose what I want to do, to live a life that I always dreamed of living. Now, do I make very much money at it? No, I do not. I don't even make part-time. But is it worth it to me? Yes. Do I think I will eventually grow so that I could have a little bit more financial independence? Yes. I think that I'd rather grow slow and steady and be true to myself and be authentic. So as much as I would love to do some things, and I enjoy that, it's not where I'm at right now. Will I go back to some of the things? Yes. But where I'm at right now is in a good place, and very soon you're going to see some things, journals, flip throughs, what I am thinking about doing for One Book July, what I'm definitely going to be doing for One Book July, and I'm excited. I'm finishing up June. We're almost to the middle of June, and I've already started kind of evolving what I'm doing this month as I'm thinking about what I'll be doing next month. And it's a good thing. I think the whole of growing and learning as a person and evolving really has to do with not only reflection and reviewing, but making changes based on as we grow and learn and evolve. Nothing stays the same. And the more you try to force staying the same, the more you try to force not letting things change, trying to control that, sometimes the more stressed we get, the more uncomfortable we get, the more unhappy we are. Now, I am like many people. There are certain things that I do not like to change, and other things I am more than willing to change, just like that. But sometimes changing things is about what's underneath the surface of things, not what I'm actually doing. And part of that's perfectionism, part of that's self-doubt. There are a variety of different things. So I am at this place where follow through and accountability and taking responsibility are just as important to me as being open and willing to change things. It's time to have faith in what I'm doing and what my why and my why not is, or what my whys and my why nots are. To remember that I am where I need to be and that I can share what I have, and in a way maybe that will help somebody else know that it's okay. It's okay to not have perfect pages, or not have perfect handwriting, or not have perfect drawing or watercoloring. to learn, and it's okay to grow. The more that we practice, the better we get. But we have to be true to ourselves. I think real happiness comes when what we think, what we say, what we do, how we treat others, when there's a harmony in all of that, and a balance and a harmony in all of that. I think the more we show ourselves and others compassion and kindness and respect, the better off we are. And I think it will grow exponentially. I should show myself just as much compassion as I would show someone else, and beating myself up over not having perfect pages or changing a journal when I'm stressed out and need to change. I'm feeling boxed in by what I'm doing because I'm not happy with it is different than changing journals because I have an imperfect page. So I'm going to be doing more of what I love. I'm going to be doing that way more often. I'm going to be talking about the creative process. I'm going to be talking about my journey with a lot of it, and I'm going to be showing you quite a bit more of some of that. I do a lot of that already on Patreon. They're much more personal. They get the longer, chattier videos. The shorter, more condensed versions are here. I am not doing that as a ploy, and I don't really like to do that whole sales and marketing pitch thing. I think if you can be on Patreon and you can be a patron, I think it's great, but not everybody can do that, and I do not want to. I still have always wanted to continue with YouTube, and I think where I'm going to take the channel is going to be a lot more of what I envision, and I think it'll be a lot better. So I hope that you'll join me, and I will see y'all again soon with another video, and I will be showing you and talking about my prepping for One Book July, the beginning of it. Bye y'all. Have a good one.